What's up, you guys? Listen, I'm Tay.
And I'm Lois.
And listen, today we're going to be doing a reaction video. A lot of you guys have seen the video, but we're going to be doing a reaction video to the Steve Harvey show, the show that we were recently just on. We want to say thank you to the whole Steve Harvey crew, the Steve Harvey team, everybody who played a huge role in getting us on the show. We want to say thank you. We appreciate it. And we're so thankful that we were allowed to just to share our testimony, share the things that we struggle with, the things that we are currently could be struggling with now, you know. And we're just excited to be able just to bless you guys with that video. Betty, you got something you want to say before we get this reaction video
started?
started?
I just want to say thank you as well. We were like, everything was amazing from the time we landed in Atlanta, from the time we got on set, from the time everything was so amazing. Steve Harvey is amazing. Everybody is so amazing. We just enjoyed ourselves, and hopefully we get another opportunity like that. And we just thank God for that opportunity. So let's go ahead and let's jump on into this video.
Yeah, and what we're going to be doing right now is I know you guys probably seen the video, but there were certain things that we really didn't get to say on the show. So in this video right now, we're just going to be elaborating on a little bit more, going into a little bit more details. But
because a lot of times people think they know the whole story by just hearing 7 minutes of it. So what we want to do is we want to give y'all that background that we couldn't really get to say, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to go ahead and play the video.
Men of a certain age were taught that shedding a tear or two is a sign of weakness. But guys today are definitely not afraid to show their emotions, right? Watch this.
Yeah, and I want you to know that. And I want you to know that everything you do is greatly appreciated. And even the encouragement and the way you teach me how to budget, the way you teach me to learn more about myself, the way you teach me responsibility.
At this time, you guys, during the video, we're going to pause the video, but at this time, everybody was just laughing. Steve Harvey was laughing. You know, I was just like, oh my God. They're about to make a joke about me eating while crying. But come on, let's just get back to it.
Everything you do, I really appreciate it. And I love you. I love you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I can't wait to continue on this journey of marrying you and, you know, becoming your wife. I love you.
So before we start that, I just want to say, basically, a lot of people did not know that we were actually on a picnic. So basically, I surprised Octavius with the picnic after work, and you know, we're on a budget. So I want to give y'all the transparency and the basic, I just want y'all to know more about that information. So basically what I did was, we're planning a wedding, you know, we're on a tight budget, and I was like, what can I do that would be something that he would enjoy doing? So I went to the Dollar Tree, and then I had got the canvas, painting canvas, I got little snacks, and literally it was all under $20. Under $20. And I know as a couple, we try not to spend as much money because we're trying to save for a wedding. We're trying to, you know, we got bills. We just, you know, so basically I was like, what can I do to make him happy, but stay in our budget as well? And that's important for relationships. Think about how the other person would feel. Think about the finances. How would the stability in your home, how would it, you know, leave you the stability? How would everything be if you decide to just go and spend money on something that, you know, for something that could have just been spent, you know, just something little or something small. I really can't get what I really want to say out, but y'all know what I mean. Just take time out. It's the little things that matter. It's not the big things. You're going to fancy restaurants, it's none of that. That moment right there mattered to me and him the most. And it was very transparent, and we really enjoyed it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Please welcome Tay and Eloise. Now, Tay, let me tell you something, man. I love your heart, man.
Thank you.
I ain't lying to you, man. Now, Tay, that was a video you and Eloise discussing your relationship. What was going through your head when she was saying all these words to you?
I did not know that she was planning a surprise picnic, and when we was sitting down eating the food, and she just bust out with all these words. It was just overwhelming, but it was just amazing feeling just hearing that from her.
Wow. How did you and Tay meet? How did you become aware of one another?
He posted a video on social media, Facebook, and back in 2018, he was basically just worshiping God, you know, pouring his heart out to God. And I was going through a rough time in my life where I was very insecure and I felt like I wasn't enough. And it helped me get through life. It helped me get through every day. That video is the reason why I didn't commit suicide. And it helped me so much. And I reached out to him and I let him know, you know, your video really encouraged me. We exchanged numbers and now we're here.
All right, y'all, listen. Now, this right here, this is where the tears are about to fall. But listen, I'm getting teary-eyed just right here.
I know. I was actually about to cry. If y'all heard me in my voice.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I cannot cry. So I was like, let me just try to get this over with without crying.
Yeah, she was about to break down. Even Steve Harvey was about to cry. But listen, in the next part, listen, we're about to go into the video. That's the reason why, how we met. The video is how we met. And listen, y'all get ready, okay?
Emotional.
Yes.
Well, let's play a little bit of this video that got everything started here.
I just gotta believe that things will work in my favor. Things will work in my favor. Just hold on. Things will work in my favor.
Trey, let me tell you something, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm an emotional man myself.
Yeah.
I cry often, man. I understand it. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I like men that are expressive, you know what I mean? What was going on in your life that inspired you to make that video?
I was going through a lot in my life where I was in a season of depression, low self-esteem. For example, I hated my skin complexion. I hated the fact that I was too dark-skinned. I would get picked on all the time growing up in school and making jokes about it. And there would be times where I would be in my bathroom and I would just try to scrub my face really hard just to try to see if some of the dark skin would come off of my face. So I hated myself, had thoughts of suicide, and I was just in a dark place, you know. I also struggled with a lazy eye, you know, and if it wasn't for...
Oh my goodness.
I was like, I cannot cry.
You good?
All right, you guys. Well, as you can see, this is where the tears are about to start rolling down my face, everybody's face. Listen, at this time, like everybody was in the audience was just crying. Like Steve Harvey, I think even the producers, the workers were crying.
Yeah.
But listen, like as y'all heard in the video, I struggled with a lazy eye, dealing with my skin complexion being too dark in my eyes. I felt like it was just too dark. But I always got picked on in school about my skin complexion, about me having a lazy eye. Like there would be times where I didn't even want to go to school. I didn't want to. I would try to act like I was sick so that I wouldn't have to face the bullies in school. Even as an adult, there's times where I would still get teased about it, or someone would try to make a little slick little joke like, "What you looking at?" or "Golly, boy, you black." You know, I feel like every now and then you're going to have that negative person, the person that the devil sends to try to discourage you, to make you feel like you are still too dark, you still have this insecurity, and I'm going to keep telling you that, I'm going to keep sending those people to remind you that. But we have to understand that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that we was in church today and I was singing this song, "I Am Enough." And listen, you are enough no matter what you may be thinking, no matter if you think that you're too fat, you're too tall, you're too skinny, you're too black, you're too light. you got too many bumps on your face or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Listen, you are enough, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So I'm gonna let Eloy say you got something you want to say.
No, I just want to say that, and I literally, when like he said in that, like he was very afraid to tell me his insecurities, but I feel like once he knew that I was accepting of them, because I don't understand how, you know, sometimes people can run away from someone who is dealing with something that you can help them with, especially if you've dealt with some of the same things that, you know, they dealt with. And like, I'm just a giving person, I'm a loving person, so I always wanted him to feel loved and valued, and I always wanted him to know that he was worth more than what the haters say, because I feel like anybody that nitpicks on you about your skin color or anything, it's almost just like a hater, you know, that wants to live your life or want to be, or they could be seeing, like the pastor even said today, how sometimes people project their insecurities on you. It's like what they say about you, they deal with. So sometimes they'll try to make it seem like, oh, it's not even about you, it's about them. So that's how you'll learn, honestly, not to take it personal. But he's always been very handsome to me, and he's always been the apple of my eye. And so
he also said in church that sometimes people will try to tear you down so they can lift themselves up. So
it's like sometimes they're like, get out in public and try to make you feel bad so they can feel good. And that's another thing people would definitely do and will still do to this day. But you got to remember who you are and whose you are.
So that's why I broke down, you guys, because just in my life, like, I never had someone to like just lift me up when, you know, with all my insecurities, I never had somebody to lift me up. So it's like when I just began to talk on the show, it's like I just could not help but just to break down and cry, because it was just like, man, I don't know where I would be if I didn't have those words spoken into my heart and my mind. So we're going to keep watching, y'all. We're about to get into the, let's just keep watching. I can't remember where we're at.
Good, man. You good. Don't even worry about it. You good. See, Tate, stories like this, it really helps a lot of people, because see, somebody struggling with something. You struggling with your skin color, but what you find out, you was just the blackberry she was looking for. You understand? She needed all this chocolate goodness in her life. I got picked on when I was in school. You know, your nose and lips is big. Because, see, they was the same size when I was 8. No, really. I grew into my features. My nose and lips was the exact same size they are right now when I was 8. This was horrible. But it turned me into a fighter, you know. And you sitting up here worrying about your color. She wasn't. You was just who she was looking for. You singing and all this. You got a lot going for you, man. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
When did you know she was the one?
She always encouraged me. She always was the one to text me in the morning, good morning, I hope you have a blessed day, just seeing how I was doing. I was so afraid to tell her about my insecurities, because in past relationships, when they saw my insecurities, they would leave, and they would just didn't want to be together anymore. But so I was so afraid, but when I told her about it, she said, I love your insecurities. She said, I already saw that you had a lazy eye. I love it.
Let me ask you something. When did you know he was the one?
I knew he was the one when I first saw him. When I saw him on Worshiping God, because I am very big on a man putting God first, especially before any relationship. And so once I saw him worshiping, I was telling myself, this is who I want. And I spoke it. I said, this is who I want. I said, I don't know how it's going to play out. At the time, I was in my college dorm, and I was like, he lived all the way in South Carolina. I'm all the way down here in Alabama. I don't know, but something's going to happen.
You in college, you in South Carolina. How'd y'all finally meet each other?
We are.
So you guys, like, where we was just saying that, you ever look back at the video and be like, golly, I look